UTALK Jambi, Education and Inspiration. My name is Yasir Yadin. Today we have a special guest in our episode. Today I would like to introduce Professor Ebba Ossiannilsson. Yes, welcome to Jambi. So I believe that this is your first time in Jakarta, Jakarta and also in Bali. So what do you think about Indonesia?
I just thank you very much first for the invitation coming here. I'm coming from Sweden. This is I just love Indonesia.
Wow.
It's a beautiful country, but not just the country. It's a beautiful country because there are some beautiful people, and all the people I have met so far, more or less, they are such a friendly population, and always with a smile.
Wow. Okay.
And I love that, and also the food and the drinks. The juice drinks you get here, and the food is just lovely. So it is very, and the climate, of course, is very nice.
I see.
I have been here now during different kind of time of the season, so I have also felt the climate, and it's very good.
Okay, in which part of Indonesia have you visited before?
The first time I came here was in 2011 for an ICDE conference, and that was in Denpasar in Bali.
Yeah.
And then I've come for an ICDE review in 2016, and at that time it was Jakarta. It was. I also stayed for some extra days, so I went to Bali.
Wow, okay.
I visited Sanur, Denpasar, and the Gili Islands, and also at that time I also visited Lombok.
I see.
And then I came back here in 2019. So it was again Jakarta, and it was also Yogyakarta.
Yeah.
So I again stayed for some days for leisure time. And this time when I'm here now in 2023, it is Jakarta, and yesterday I was in Bogor. And now in Jambi in Sumatra. So it's my first time in Sumatra.
First time in Sumatra.
It's really lovely.
Okay, welcome. So, talking about our university, Universitas Terbuka. So, what do you know about our university, and maybe can you share a little bit about our university based on your perspective?
Yes. I have now followed the university since 2016 when I was here the first time. And also previously I met some of the colleagues from here, from the conference already in 2011. But University Bucharest is one of the best universities in the world.
Oh, thank you.
It is really, because and the reason why I'm saying that is first of all the mission and the vision of the university. Education for all and everybody, not leaving anyone behind, and also the freedom of learning and to become an independent learner. But also, so that is of course very important, and also the way you are organizing the education for the learners. It is just professional, it is excellent, it is personalized in maybe not all means, but in very many means. I mean, imagine that you have 500,000 students. It's fantastic that you can manage to have personal learning pathways as you have. And I'm also very impressed about the quality system and the quality enhancement system you have within your university. The way you are very keen on, first of all, not just about quality reviews, but also the way you organize your university and how you involve people within the processes. So you really involve all the stakeholders, the students, the alumni, all the staff, all the middle managers, all the managers, and also this on the road UT you have, where you have to have different kind of position during a certain time of a certain time. I think it's 8 years. So I think that is also one way to embed quality in daily work, and I'm really impressed about that.
Yeah, that's really impressive. So we are talking about online learning and distance learning. So based on your perspective, in the next 5 or 10 years, what do you think the future will be with the online learning?
I think according not at least to UNESCO agenda for 2030, Sustainability Development Goals, which is really about education for all, not leaving anyone behind. With that, both UNESCO and many other organizations, and also many professors the community as such, say that and emphasize that one of the only way for education for all is with open education and the use of open education resources. This is the only way, and that is why I think the future of education is online learning, and also to make that possible for each and everyone on a personal way. I have to say that many universities did what we call urgency remote distance education during the COVID time, but that was very different with what you are doing at UT, because that is a qualified quality open online learning. And with that, I mean, it is built by trust, it is built on inclusiveness, it is built by diversity, it is built on accessibility, it is built on lifelong learning, just to mention some, and also presence, of course. And I will also say that the future of open online learning is about lifelong learning, to include each learner from actually from childhood to up into the whole life. So that is the future of education, I think, and I think University of Bucharest is on the right way for that.
Okay, so as a board of ICDE, so International Council for Distance Education, and also as a reviewer, what do you expect for the ICDE itself and the university that you have visited?
First, ICDE is the largest and oldest organization in open and flexible and distance education. And we have since the very first beginnings worked in collaboration with UNESCO, and also, I mean, not just follow, but also are involved in the processes of UNESCO, for example, as I mentioned, the SDG, but also the futures of education, reimagine learning and make learning together. So I think that is really the future, and whatever we have seen so far during the reviews, first of all, during the years, you are so keen on quality enhancement and innovation, so already you have done a lot of improvements since the last review in 2019. And I think for the future for UT is you have many challenges, and not at least to be an autonomous university, and also to scale up until 1 million students. That will make a difference for you, and you need to work both smarter and maybe also, not maybe, but maybe more innovative, and also more, although it's a large number of students, with 1 million of students, you still need to have personal learning pathways for each and every one, because your population of students are so diverse, and maybe many of them are also quite unfamiliar with education. So I think you have many challenges, and also the futures of education. We now have AI, for example, artificial intelligence, and the ChatGPTs, which came last autumn. That will make a difference, because nowadays information is all over the places, and maybe too much. So that means that education the education institutions need to offer what is not available on the internet. So you need to offer maybe more social communities, more things which are not provided elsewhere. And I think that is the future of education, and universities who can provide that, and you are brave enough, which I think you are, can manage that.
So last question, Professor Ebba. Maybe you would like to share for hope or message for our university, for our students, and for the others. Any statement or something for our students and also for our university?
The hope for the university is, of course, that you are brave enough to meet other global challenges, which we have. And I'm sure you can do that, but during that, it is mean also that to meet global challenges, you need to have global and multidisciplinary solutions.
Yeah.
And maybe that will make some kind of reorganization for the university.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and also to be innovative and to be agile.
Mm-hmm.
The hope for the students is really that University Bucharest can be a place for each and everyone who would like to come into, learn more and to come into their educational pathways, either for a shorter time and for a longer time. I know, for example, you're working with micro-credentials and, as I mentioned, lifelong learning. Maybe people can come here for shorter and longer courses. And the hope for the students are also that their learning pathways can be flexible,
Yeah.
can be accessible,
Yeah.
can be diverse,
Mhm.
can be agile,
Mm-hmm.
can be interactive,
Yeah.
can be built on trust. Because it's important to that each and every learner can have something within themselves and for themselves.
Okay.
And I think the University of Bucharest can manage that.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Ebba. So this is the end of our discussion. So UTALK Jambi, thank you very much for watching. We're going to see you again for the next episode. So once again, thank you very much. See you again in the next time or the next future, Professor Ebba.
Thank you so much again for the invitation, and it's nice to be here. Thanks a lot for your hospitality.
You're welcome.
1, 2, 3, 4.